ball one frame at a time. Forget your mistakes. You're going to come out, you will miss balls, you will play bad safety shots, but you've just got to forget them, drop them and move on. Keep moving forward, don't give up and hope that you get somewhere towards the end.
Well, there's Kyren just making his way into the tournament office, as he always does, just goes to that little spot by the window. He's bidding for his second appeal. He got here 4 years ago. He needs 3 more frames to book a return. And world number 31, Dave Gilbert, well, he suffered heartbreak on this occasion once before, 5 years ago. He certainly doesn't want to go through it again. He is going to give it absolutely everything this afternoon. So he says that he's trying to climb Everest. All of these players are trying to climb Everest here. It is a marathon event. This man has got there to within just a few frames 4 years ago. What can Dave Gilbert do to slow him up here? So our first semi-final about to reach boiling point in the Crucible. And ready for action is MC Rob Walker.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After 14 pulsating days of drama, heartache and headlines, we have reached a moment of reckoning. Time to find out which of these two players is coming back for tomorrow's ultimate match, the Kazoo World Snooker Championship Final. What a prize, what an occasion, and what a setting. Welcome back to semi-final Saturday in Sheffield. Please welcome a player who showed real character last night, taking the final frame of the session with his 10th century of this Crucible campaign. It's been an amazing 6 weeks in which he's rediscovered his form, fitness and passion for the sport. He will come out here and give it absolutely everything. He's lean, keen and ready to roll, the one and only Dave Gilbert. His opponent, after 5 frames in a row from 9-all, he is now 3 away from becoming a multiple world finalist. Without question, he is playing the finest snooker of his career, and he will believe this is his year to shine. His sons Finlay and Bailey are watching in the crowd again. Come on, Daddy. Come on, the Warrior. Come on, Kyren Wilson.
So, who will best keep the faith? 9 more frames to play. Wilson needs 3 of them. Gilbert has to win 7. Don't you just love semi-final Saturday? Stephen Hendry, John Virgo, all yours.
Thank you, Hazel, and good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a massive session
The
this
phone's
is
away now.
for both players. Yes, I'm sat alongside 7 times champion of the world, Stephen Hendry. Well, Stephen, so important, this first mini session before the break, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously more important for Dave than it is for Kyren being 4 frames behind. But it's amazing, the atmosphere. When it's the last session, because these semi-finals over 3 days, the atmosphere seems to be ramped up when it's the final session of the match.
Yeah, this is the final session of the 4, and that place in the final, waiting for the winner. Oh, great start from Kyren. Needs a kiss on the brow. Does he get one? Not a good one. But what an opening red.
Yeah, fabulous shot. No thoughts of protecting his 4-frame lead by playing a containing safety shot there. That's what I admire most about Kyren's game. He just keeps going for his shots.
Thin cut on the yellow. He's overcut it, has he? He's overcut it. Now, good opening red, counts for nothing. He's presented Dave Gilbert with a nice easy starter. Yeah, I think once you get to the final session, the pressure's on both players. The end is in sight. Obviously, Dave Gilbert starting with a 4-frame deficit. Important. Well, his goal would be to win at least 3 of these first 4. So big moments. First visit, first chance.
One.
Can he judge this screw shot for one of these reds to the right corner? One just below the pink, and if he'd gone too far, he'd have the one in between the black and the main bunch.
Looking at that potting angle, does the black go? If the black doesn't go and he's playing for the pink, I'm not certain he can get the correct angle on the pink. We'll soon know how he plays it. I don't think the black does go, so he'll have to play for the pink.
5.
And that was always the danger for me, potting that red. Could you get a good angle on the pink? And I don't think he has. Well, can he get through to this red to the left of the black? He can. What a
11.
good positional shot that was.
12.
Followed by a very poor positional shot. The red to black was as bad as the one to the red was good. This was a beautifully judged cannon, and then just didn't seem to hit the cue ball with any authority.
No, I suppose you could say I've always got the yellow, but it's going to be a good shot to get back down the table off this. Where's the cue ball going? Oh! Not in,
14.
but no red to go at.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed he hasn't made more of this opportunity, because to put pressure on his opponent, you want to keep up that score, and that he's been the heaviest scorer the whole championship. He's going to need it in this session more than ever, Dave Gilbert. Wow. Has he found one here? Has he found one here?
Well, he's found one, but not quite certain why he'd play the pot if he wasn't going to play for the black.
Dave Gilbert.
Well, that was a
15.
good chance to put Kyren in trouble, but underhit it. Well, that little kiss on the green, I think it just allows Dave to get past the blue. There it is, the wonderful Crucible Theatre. Magic. This is looking like a good line. Just a bit pacey, that was all. But what a target, that green and brown. You could get him behind there, and the blue to help as well. Another safety shot under hit.
Yeah, you can't afford to let Kyren have his hand on the table for these reds. Sort of mid-distance red.
One.
Right in the heart of the pocket. Pink is available. Good chance this.
Yeah, and a real sign of confidence and statement of intent there from Kyren Wilson. You could see he was leaving the cue ball in the area where he'd be leaving reds on, easy reds on for his opponent, but his whole intention was potting the red and stunning for the pink.
Seven.
Tried to reach it with his little extension, but doesn't feel comfortable getting the rest.
Eight.
There's an interesting stat there. Pot success only 89% for Kyren. His opponent's 91%. Yet Kyren has a 4-frame lead.
15.
Oh, well, where's the red goal going? Oh, would
16.
you believe it? Oh, this game sometimes. Oh, what must Dave Gilbert be thinking?
Wow. I'm waiting to see if he pots his black, and this would really compound it. Yeah, that was horrible. A horrible piece of play for Dave Gilbert and his supporters.
23.
Well, someone once wrote a book called The Cruel Game. I think you saw
24.
there why that was called so. What a stroke of luck. Playing that cannon on the reds, all the balls now are in the open.
Well, if you're 14-10 behind, as Dave Gilbert is, you love to see that little bit of edginess in your opponent, who when you're 14-10 ahead coming into the session, you've still got to play the frame, stay in the moment. Any danger of thinking ahead, you know, overnight? People telling you, oh, you're so close to the final, you only need 3 frames. You've got to get all the thoughts out of your head. You're just going to play each frame as it comes. So Dave Gilbert will be hoping Kyren Wilson will be glimpsing that winning line prematurely.
9.
Yeah, and he's got to punish him as he potted that red. He released another one for the opposite corner to this black. And as I say, when Kyren missed the black and Kyren into the reds, he
16.
brought them all into play. There's not a safe ball on the table. He pots this, it makes the other 2 available. What a chance.
17.
But don't forget the circumstances. Nothing easy.
Yeah, when the fluke went in, Dave was up and he probably sat down and thought, oh, that's it.
20.
I'm destined to lose this match. Those types of things happening, but then getting this lifeline, so important to take it. Keep that miss of Kyren's fresh in the memory.
Yep, he dodged a bullet when he missed the red and got the fluke.
33.
Didn't take advantage of it. Now, just one good positional shot. It looks simple. If he can get nicely on the red, and the red is all that will be required. Needs to run. He's okay.
40.
This red to get to snooker's required.
That's first target of the afternoon achieved for Dave Gilbert. Win this first frame. Because if Kyren had won it, you think it would have settled him right down, and it would have been a tough ask to come back. But now that Dave's secured the first frame, he can now try and push on.
45.
Yeah, I think you get some frames, Stephen. You feel it's a bonus that you won it. And don't get me wrong, it'd have been a big slice of good luck from Kyren Wilson when he fluked the red. But having not taken advantage of it, and I, like you, would have thought from Dave's position, he thought this frame was over.
57.
To get a chance as he did, and to take it as well as he has.
Yeah, the cue ball's never been in danger, has it? It's been immaculate.
63.
Well played, Dave Gilbert. Needed a good start. It looked like he wasn't going to get one. But Kyren Wilson missed the black off the spot. How will that affect him? First goal achieved. Won the first frame. Good break off. Good cue ball. Just playing the containing safety. It's too risky to try and get back to balk down the right-hand side of the table. Red's running loose, but I thought it was going to maybe onto the left centre, but it's just travelled near enough to the side cushion. Interesting there, wasn't it, Stephen? I think Kyren could have played safe off the red up the baulk end, but do you think he just wants to slow this frame down and get over the shock of losing the last one?
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe break up the momentum of his opponent a little bit, because he took that opportunity so coolly in the last frame. He just never looked in any danger, so yeah, Kyren maybe just wants to take the heat out of the match, as it were.
Catching ball. One in the middle.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance of a re-rack here, but it just may take a little time to resolve the situation. Touching ball has been declared, so just fire away from the ball it's touching. You're deemed to have hit it. Well, this is going to bring a lot of reds into play. Got to be careful you don't leave one to the middle pocket. Well, he worked it out that he was only going to really move one, but he's overhit it, and I think this red just above the black does cut.
It does. He's got to get it, because he's going to be leaving reds on for his opponent. Yep, had to get it. It was a big shot. He had to take it on. There's no way of him ever refusing it. But in this session, anything can be missed. As I've already seen, Kyren black off a spot. That red, although not an easy pot. You would expect Dave to get it after the way he finished the last frame. As I say, the pressure is just going to build and build and build in this session.
It's not a bad chance, this. We've got the pink and black available, and the blue, of course, nicely on its spot. Just needs to keep tight control of the cue ball. But I can see at least 5 or 6 reds that are in possible positions without having to play cannons.
Seven. Ten. 11.
You don't see Kyren Wilson sort of float balls in, sort of like Mark Williams like. He always likes to play them in at pace. As in that one, Williams may have just topped that in for this red. He played the stun run through. It's just the way he plays the game. But he has struck the cue ball all through this championship very, very well.
That's not his best positional shot. Okay, he cleared those reds in the baulk end, but once he played that, he needed to be good on the blue. He's not good on the blue, and he's not great on the brown, in all honesty. Bit of work to do here.
20. $21.
Decided the easiest ball to play on was the brown. Didn't want to risk not getting the right angle on the blue. I've just got to judge the pace of this. As I say, there's two reds together to the right of the pink spot that are nicely available, so you play for one of those, you would have thought.
$25.
Again, it's a little bit further away from this red than he would have liked. Yeah, the yellow's just making it awkward. Yeah, see, that was interesting there, because
26.
I think a lot of people would have followed through for the black, but he prefers to just punch everything in at pace.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. So wrong side of the blue. Needs a recovery positional shot. Well,
31.
he's okay. He's on the red just above the black.
$32.
And safely in. It's a good chance now.
$39.
So 39, that's the lead.
$40.
Not certain about the availability of that little triangle of reds in between the pink and black spot. I'm not certain where the pink goes when it's respotted. I presume that red in the middle of the table will still be in the clear. Well, in fact, the pink
46.
spot is held by that red. Well, he took the chance there to try and bring those three reds into play. It's gone wrong. That's end of break. 47 points the lead, but there's still a possible 75 remaining. I can't see him trying to keep this break on. He's looking at the black. All he'll have in his mind is, can I get a colour safe? The obvious one you would think would be the green. He's thinking now, if I play safe off the black, can I knock the black near the side cushion? It's all about thinking of a way he can protect that lead. And if Gilbert does get a chance, it's not going to be an easy one. So this is the obvious one. Green onto the side cushion.
Kyren Wilson, 47.
It's all right, but it's not enough. was up there intimating that he thought the cue ball rolled off, but he's not left anything. Can't get through to the red to the left middle, and the red closest to the cue ball won't pass the yellow. Now you see he can't get through to the potting angle of that red, so you think just a safety. Going up to the ball, Ken, to see where he wouldn't like to be. That's what they do it for, just looking at a position where the cue ball went. If he was in, he'd think he'd be in trouble, so trying to work out a tricky spot for Dave. But the important thing was put another red near the cushion.
May have to pop himself out of trouble here, Dave Gilbert. The red, here's the left corner pocket. May have to take that on. Looks like the safety shot is going to be more difficult than the pot.
Yeah, and of course this is the advantage of getting the cue ball close to the cushion. If he could get his hand on the table, the red near the left middle pocket, he could play that with check side. But when you're so close to the cushion, it's a difficult shot. And as Stephen said, you work it out, which is more difficult. And I agree, the safety. But as you can see, it's a tough red. But being 47 points behind, he knows one more mistake, probably be end of frame. Made his decision. What is it? Double kiss is on, double kiss. Oh, he missed the double kiss. Oh, well, that is absolutely wonderful. Wonderful shot. He's caught the blue. Obviously he'd like to have missed it now. What's he left? Not a lot, I don't think. And of course that blue going near the yellow has just messed the table up a little bit more. Nothing there really. He can't play the red that's closest to the left-hand side cushion. This red in the middle of the table is cuttable. The danger is those two reds.
Please all make sure your phones are switched off or on silent. Thank you.
The dreaded phone. Anyway, he had a chance to get back up and compose himself. It's just those two reds near the right-hand side cushion. But he's going for the pot. Too thin. Does he miss the red? He does just. Is it going to run behind the brown? Needs to run. It has done.
Well, this is a big shot to take on. He obviously got safety shots off the reds in the right cushion. He just doesn't want to move them. But this is a tough pot to take on if that's what he's doing. Surely not.
Yeah, as you say, he just doesn't want to bring those reds away from the right-hand side cushion. He's never had eyes for anything but this red near the left-hand side cushion. But it's not something you can just drop it in. I mean, if you're going to play it, you're going to play it with pace. And the more pace, the harder the pot. Oh, he did play it slow. He did play it slow. And he played it because he didn't want to bring those reds off the side cushion. He believes that that will be his insurance. And you'd have to agree with him. It's very unlikely that Dave will win the frame at this visit, but I'm sure, Stephen, the intention, get back in it.
Yeah, I think it was a calculated risk, but as I say, if Dave can somehow manage to pot 4 reds and 4 blacks here, I'd say he's right back in the frame. So those 2 reds on the right cushion will be, well, both players will need them. Tough positional shot this though, to get him black to right corner. Don't think it goes to the right middle, so he's got to just play the red thin, maybe a little bit of right hand side maybe.
One.
Well, he's decided against playing for the black to right corner. Does the black go to left corner? It does. It doesn't look like there's a whole pocket to aim for, though.
Wouldn't be my choice. I think I'd be having a look at the pink here and get the pink back on its spot. It may not be that comfortable with the rest, but as Stephen said, this is tight. This is a massive shot. No, 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 no. I'm not having that.
Dave Gilbert, 1.
I'm not having that. Wrong shot. For me. And I'm not after timing.
One.
That's a little bit clumsy. He's on the black. As you can see, he's the rest. The black's in, but he's not ideal on the red.
8.
He's kind of come in between, playing it for right corner, right middle.
Yeah, just the red needed, though, to go 55 points in front with 51 remaining. He's missed it.
Kyren
Where's
Wilson,
this
8.
cue ball going to finish? Where's the cue ball going? Wow. Get out of that. The target will be these 2 reds near the top cushion. 54 points behind, 59 remaining. Can't afford to leave a pot on. It's a good line. It's a wonderful line, and it's a wonderful pace. Well played. Well, nice to see Dave with a smile on his face.
He's looking for the same place for the cue ball, Kyren. He's not got it this time. A chance for Dave to possibly take one of these reds off the right cushion, play a safety shot.
Yeah, I think the one closest to this right corner pocket would have been ideal, but it's just covered by the pink. The one further up the table, it's a bit close to the cushion. I don't think he can get safe off that, so he's going to have to play this red to the left of the black. The problem is with it, he's going to hit it probably into the red near the top cushion. You've got to be careful he doesn't knock it over the right corner. This has got to be very precise. So he sacrificed getting a good cue ball by making certain he kept the red safe. Don't blame him. Kyren just making certain he got a red up the other end of the table, which is fair comment, because he knows that Dave needs high value colours with the reds. It's decision time here for Dave. I know he'd like those reds away from the side cushion, but as we saw with Kyren's shot earlier, you know, you can get too caught up with trying to keep them safe, or in his case, trying to get them in play. Just consider what is the right shot and what shot can put your opponent in trouble. We know what can put him in trouble. He's getting the cue ball in between or behind the yellow and blue. Can't do it off this shot. Priority, get the object ball safe. Misjudgment as the brown come to his rescue. As the brown come to his rescue. It must, well, it has, there you see it. Not quite what he intended, but it's okay now. Once again, doesn't want to bring one of those reds away from the side cushion. There's insurance policy.
Well, he must be thinking of just rolling up to this red dead weight. He looked to see if he did. Does he leave the red? That's near the yellow pocket. It's a pretty negative shot, but he just doesn't want to, as John said, move these reds. And he's got a big advantage. Why would you take any risk at all? It's Dave that's got to do all the pushing.
Yeah, but that was the right shot. There will come a time, and this is where sometimes you've got to be a little bit patient in your shot choice. There could be a time where you get an opportunity to get the cue ball in behind that yellow and blue. Well, I can't believe he purposely left him hampered by the black. But funnily enough, Dave's having a look. These two reds now on the right-hand side of the table look very close to being a plant. And I'd have to say, in all honesty, I think Kyren's a little bit fortunate here that he's left him hampered by the black. You wouldn't play that. You wouldn't think, oh, I'll play this shot and leave him hampered, because it could have gone terribly wrong. Dave can pot the red into the far left corner, but being hampered, it's very difficult. If it had been touching ball, referee Tatiana Wollaston would have declared it, so it's not. Well, now then, Dave's just having a look to see if the pink will pass the red. Looking at his body language, he didn't look too happy, does it?
Oh, the green being off its spot would certainly help if he wanted to go round the table back for the black. I'm not sure if he's got the angle, but certainly if the pink goes, that's the one to play for.
1.
Well, that's a poor shot, I'm afraid. I mean, well, got no points to play with now. No, there's always
Dave Gilbert 1.
chasing a lost cause there. So he goes back to his seat, 53 points behind, and there's only 51 remaining. So one snooker required. It's not a lost cause. We know where you could get a telling snooker. Will you ever get the chance to put the cue ball there? He's trying, he's trying, he's trying. Oh, so close. So close. Okay, he's got the snooker. But it looks as though it's an easy hit. Tremendous attempt, and to bring the other two reds into play.
Yeah, that would have been, if he'd got right in between the yellow and blue, that would have been shot the championship. That was top drawer.
You'd be surprised if he didn't hit one here, but it's obviously not a natural one cushion because he's having to swerve to get to that angle. So it could be missed. It could be missed. He got there, but, well, I'll tell you, this frame back on.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking that. Even if Kyren hits the red, if he can get 3 reds, 3 blacks, and get the cue ball up near that brown somewhere, he can lay an evil snooker behind the blue from the yellow.
8. Nine.
Yeah, normally when you need a snooker, we think keep the last red on, but there's no value in that. Just play for the red, as Stephen said, and get another red and black, and then off the black, try to do your work on the yellow. He's got a nice angle to play for the red, so I'd be surprised if he doesn't for the pot. Well, he's not. He's playing for the snooker off the red.
16.
Wouldn't have been my choice. Of course, the big danger if you're sliding off the red and trying to get in behind that yellow and blue. Beware the brown over the corner.
$17.
So I decided to pot the brown and leave the cue ball there, obviously, to lay the snooker. But he now needs 2 snookers.
We do say that things happen in clarity of
20.
mind, you know. I mean, there's a couple of shots that Dave's played, I'll be honest with you, have surprised me. And that's not the
Dave
best.
Gilbert, 21.
Best snooker. He should have been tight up against this blue and cutting out a natural 1 cushion or 2 cushion escape.
Yes, he could have laid a really evil snooker behind the blue if he got the cue ball tight in behind it on the cushion. Kyren would have had to play off 3 cushions to get to yellow. Well, he can even swerve it. So really poor last 2 or 3 shots from Dave
Foul.
Gilbert. Wow.
Dale Gilbert, 5.
Talk about poor shots. Talk about poor decisions.
Yeah, and now he can tie. $27 points the difference, 27 remaining. You cannot hit the blue. Boy, Stephen, I've seen some big frames at the Crucible, not much bigger than this now.
Well, will we look back at this frame come the end of the afternoon and think, wow, what a turning point.
This is risky. You're sending it towards the pocket, and it pots. It pots. It's always risky. You're sending it to the pocket. I knew he thought the blue and pink would block it, but it hasn't. This, to get back to snooker, is required. Straight in the middle. Bit mighty relieved, Kyren Wilson here.
Kyren Wilson, 2.
Double, thought it was the cast iron snooker, and he was right. Dave Gilbert snookered And what's worse, he needs one snooker to tie. Good hit, but he couldn't get distance between cue ball and object ball. So here's a chance now for Kyren to finish this frame off, and boy, will he be relieved.
Three.
He'll be very relieved.
Kyren Wilson, 3.
So Dave Gilbert coming back to the table. He's 32 points behind, 22 remaining. 3 4-point snookers required. But, well, you think it's odds on he's going to pot the brown. 2 5-point snookers on the blue to tie.
Four.
So a little stun with right hand side, come off the side, right hand side cushion, get in behind this pink, tight as you can. That's very
Dave
good.
Gilbert,
That's
4.
very good. He's cut off the one cushion escape. I say he's cut it off. It's very hard to judge when the cushion comes up so quick. Couldn't have played that much better. Blue in the middle of the table, plenty of room to go around it, and having to swerve to find that angle. Good hit. Very good hit.
So often when you're in Dave's position, that first chance to lay the really good snooker, if you don't get the fill from that, then it becomes very difficult. Very difficult to get the cue ball in that close behind either pink or black.
Sending the blue towards the corner, needs cover, hasn't got cover. So if this blue goes in, that surely will be end of frame.
5.
Well, it won't matter about the pink. It got into its
Kyren Wilson,
42nd
5.
minute, that
End of
frame.
frame.
Longest frame of the match. Could have gone either way, but a relieved Kyren Wilson. Be pleased it went his. He's now back to 4 frames in front. 15-11.
Another facet of what you've got to be as a top-class snooker player. You know, all those things Sean mentioned about ability and everything. The ability to think straight is very underestimated.
Dave Gilbert to break.
OK, hope you're all thinking straight at home. I think we've got this right. Kyren Wilson needs 2 more for a place in the final.
I think when you're in these situations, Stephen, it's imperative that Dave Gilbert gets first chance in these frames.
Yeah, he needs to stop leaving these for Kyren Wilson, though. But missed that by a long way. So yeah, as you said, he's in first. Got to make these chances pay now. Davey's almost at the point of no return. His opponent needs 2 frames for victory, so there is a bit of room for manoeuvre there, but he really has to play perfect snooker from now on in.
1.
Probably felt as though he was not able to play on the blue properly, so purposely played for a bought colour. Just looking at the 2 reds that are around the black spot area, whether they're available. That's what you sort of look for. Not at the moment, so forget about that. Got 4 loose reds to play for here. Well, that's not a bad bump. That's a good bump.
4. 5.
Just doesn't look to be just getting through the cue ball as nicely as he was in that clearance in the first frame. Didn't get right side of the blue there. Black is available to right corner. And if you get it in such a way, just to nudge the red away from it, the one that's just above the black.
Dave Gilbert, 10.
That is just pressure.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, and I'm worried about these 2 reds by the black. Look like a plant. He's getting down immediately, Kyren. Thinks they're a certainty. And he was right.
Yeah, that little passage of play from Dave there didn't strike the cue ball as well as he has been.
Yeah, so disappointing.
8.
He's played really well to get to this semi-final. There you see, he's just realises that
9.
mistake could be very costly. We always say in these situations, if you keep your opponent 2 away from the winning line, you've got a bit of room to manoeuvre, but chance for Kyren to get within 1 frame of the final. Didn't want this cue ball close to the side cushion. It just makes this red, well, position more than anything, a little bit more tricky.
17.
Well, he just managed to give himself a shot at the pink. Safely there, entrance to Cannon nicely. Played it well.
23.
Just going back to Dave Gilbert, I mean, he had the start that he wanted and looked as though he was up for it, but even in the last frame, he was just under-hitting everything, wasn't he? Just not getting that cue through, and that's usually a sign of tension in the arm.
24.
But it does make me wonder, Stephen, when Dave left that plant for Kyren, and it was a bang-on plant, why that red he played, he could have gone up for the blue. As long as he was anywhere on the left-hand side of the table, the plant would have been there for him. So, as we say, and we were saying in the studio, clarity of
31.
mind, not easy at this stage.
$32. $39.
Yeah, I don't know whether he could have just dropped a red in as well off the cushion for the black rather than playing it with such power. But again, that's a
40.
sign of just not thinking properly. And pressure, sometimes you don't want to drop balls in dead weight. If you've got a bit of tension in your grip hand of the cue, you feel more comfortable punching balls in. But that's not worked out for Kyren. A little bit of frustration.
47.
Yeah, decided to go into them. Finished up on nothing. Well, I say nothing. A thin cut. Yeah, right in the heart of the pocket.
48.
There's one thing all great snooker players have in common. They're all good potters. And that was a very good pot.
Well, it's going to take some shot to keep this break going. Doesn't really want to move this red with a 44-point lead. But he's got no choice now. So just get a good cue ball. Just put the red on the other cushion. Good job.
So now, pure and simple, we'll have this little safety exchange. Has got to win it. He's got to force a mistake from Kyren so he gets to check the next red. If it's Kyren, well, odds on he'll be one frame away from a place in the final. So, big moments for Dave Gilbert here. Can he create a chance? Well, no, he can't. And he's not got away with it. This red's on to the left corner.
Yeah, and as he walked back to his chair, there's an air of resignation in the body language of Dave Gilbert.
1.
Just wondering what he's got left to give in this match. In losing the last 2 frames, this one and the last one. I presume he's going to lose this one. He should do. Kyren is on the table.
$7.
So 51 points to lead.
8.
This black to go 59 points in front with just 59 remaining. So one more red required. Didn't have to work hard for his chances here, Kyren.
15.
2 mistakes from Dave Gilbert. I've gifted him the frame.
16. 21.
65 points to lead. 51 remaining.
22.
No way back to the table now for Dave Gilbert. I think the big
20.
question now is for Dave Gilbert. If he won the next, it'd be a mid-session interval. Can he
Kyren
take us
Wilson,
there?
25.
It's a
And
big ask, and the Stephen set. What has he got left? We'll find out shortly. Kyren Wilson, one frame away from his second World Championship final. He leads 16-11.
Of course, in the Crucible Theatre. What a complete contrast in the atmosphere as he comes out, Dave Gilbert, to try and prevent this man from getting into a second Crucible final. This is the last of this mini session, could be the last of our semi-final.
It seems the obligatory red left to the right corner. Got to go for it. Nothing but his best now. He's going to be good enough. Close, but not close enough.
This red's a little bit thinner than it looks there. It's not the easiest positional shot. Not sure if he can avoid the pack easily. No, it's that thin. As I say, it wasn't the most straightforward, but if he's on the black, he'd be delighted.
No, you can't see enough of that. Well, he's having a look. He thinks he can. Can he hit it thick enough? Well, he could. He could. Didn't look like it. Good shot.
8.
I think he caught a glimpse of the winning line there on that red.
One.
Oh, it's not the first time he's missed
6.
what looked a straightforward red to the corner pocket. Well, we asked the question, what's Dave Gilbert got left? Now's the time.
7. $14. 15.
Well, nice angle on this black. Will he go into them? Looks like he's shaping up to do so. He did, and they broke lovely. They broke lovely. Good shot. the right shot.
22.
It's just the next red. It's just slightly awkward. Isn't it always the way in this game? But if he drops this in, he'll be on the black. And he is, so he's opened the reds. The chance is there. A little mini goal now. Take us past the mid-session interval. In these situations, you just rely
30.
on your competitive instinct, which is, I don't want to lose. So give every shot 100%. Don't gift it to your opponent. Make certain he has to win it.
31. $36. $37.
So how does it play for the pink? I think the only red he can play on is the one near the left-hand side cushion. Now, imperative. He gets a good angle off this red.
43.
He's checking to see if the pink will go in the same pocket as the red. He's a bit thinner on this red than he would like. All the reds seem to be covering one another in the middle of the table. If you could get an angle on a colour, they're loose enough, you wouldn't have to hit them hard to develop them all. But as you say, they're all covering one another and the pink doesn't go, so probably the blue will be the colour of choice. Just got there, just got there. And that slight angle might make all the difference. Can he develop a red?
I don't know if they can play topspin of two cushions. Left-hand side. Big target. Here we go. Yeah, he just lost the cue ball slightly. A little bit unlucky.
49.
Well, that is unlucky. If I was being picky, Stephen, when I said the reds are loose, you didn't have to hit them with that much pace, and maybe just a fraction hard. But a chance for this one. Oh, close.
Dave Gilbert, 49.
I agree, though, with Stephen. He's a little unlucky not to have left something easier than that. And so close to recovering the situation. But that mistake from Kyren Wilson is not costly. He comes back to the table, 41 points behind, 83 remaining.
One.
Yeah, struck that beautifully. Not sure if he actually played to just nudge that red there off the cushion with that shot.
I don't think so. I think if he'd have hit it, it'd have been on nothing.
Yeah, but it might have been on pink to left corner, but I know you wouldn't want to leave the cue ball and tighten the cushion. Chance to get back into this frame. Well, here's a great chance to close this match out. Okay, the red that's on that cushion is going to be a problem. But if you get an angle on the pink, you wouldn't need much. of a contact on the red to just nudge it over the middle pocket. These 4 reds and colours shouldn't be a problem. So that'll be right back in the frame.
So 30 points behind these 4 reds. Well, if he took blacks, he'd get him 2 points in front. You expect possibly a couple of pinks. But it would get him on level terms in the frame.
12.
So it's all going to be about that red close to the right-hand side cushion.
The fact that red is so close to the right middle, he may, even if he gets an angle, play to move it from a red. Because if he pushes the red past the middle, he'll be on the blue, and he can just drop the blue in.
Possibility he could
90.
try and move this red away from the cushion off this shot. And that's what he's tried.
20.
And he's got it. He's got it. There's no safe red now. But, as we always say, when you move a red, when potting a red, you're never guaranteed perfect position.
Now, if he gets nice position off this red,
25.
2 cushions, I think he's bound to be on either black or pink to left middle.
26.
It's only the importance of what is happening, you think, that might stop Kyren winning the match here. We couldn't ask for a better situation.
$33.
His heart will be racing.
34.
Kyren Wilson, and it's just a matter of controlling yourself, composing yourself. Looks a little bit straight on this black to me. Just a tiny bit off straight, so he needs to screw this back with right hand side. So you've got to make good contact with the cue ball here. Should have got a dead cue ball and end up on the left cushion. Oh, he's played a sort of percentage shot. Hit it pretty well.
41.
Yeah, so far so good. He's taken this match-winning opportunity very well. This was Dave. It was one of those I was a little bit surprised he hit it too thick. But you have to say, when he went into the reds, so unlucky to not have anything easier. So this is all about this last red and getting good on a colour.
$42.
It's okay. If he plays the blue, he's got to adjust the pace on and off the top cushion. The green looks as though he could stun it off the side cushion. Choice is the blue, all about line and length. And this is looking perfect. Straight on the pink is what he's looking for. Is he straight
47.
on the pink? Straight enough. 6 points to lead.
$49.
And now, just up to and including the blue. 3 pots away from his second appearance in a World Championship final. Last time he lost out to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
$52.
Good performance, Stephen. Solid, and he's taken these well. Could it look to be? He was getting a little bit edgy.
Yeah, I mean, he's played very, very solidly. I mean, pot success is below 90%, which you would say is not
56.
you know, top drawer. Normally when you get to this stage of the World Championships, you're looking for sort of 93, 94 to be the benchmark, but all you can do is beat the person that's in the other seat, and that's exactly what he's done. And very, very solid. Raises his fist. He knows he's in the final. Well played, Kyren Wilson.
And there he goes, so Kyren Wilson proved a stronger player on the over the 3 days that they played this match. Dave Gilbert maybe potted better, scored better, but Kyren Wilson, as I say, just proved too strong. And Dave Gilbert will, I'm certain, have wished him all the best in the final. Kyren Wilson runs out, you'd have to say, a comfortable winner by 17 frames to 11.
Yes, the Warrior has fought his way into another final 4 years after his first, but in very different circumstances. It's a full house. He's not had to go through a final frame decider like he did against Anthony McGill. Final, guys, hasn't he? Sean, your impression of the way this man has come through the draw?
Yeah, you know, very, very impressive. A comfortable draw in the first couple of rounds, I thought. He hasn't really been tested until this point. Very, very nervy at the end. You know, you could see it, and absolutely rightly so. That's completely understandable. And he's entitled to every single one of those autographs, every picture, to celebrate.